Before getting into today's episode, we'd like to thank Mac Performance PT for sponsoring the Walk On Pod. For more on their services and contact information, click the link in our Instagram bio where you will be led to their website. Mac Performance PT, helping Sacramento athletes live life without limits. Thank you for tuning back into the Walk On Pod. It's nice to see Tommy Ball on a full screen after a long awaited return from the phone. But fellas, it's great to be here.
How
There's a lot.
electric
There's
is
a
that
lot of.
start
There's
to
a
the
lot of
day, dude?
fans in that room.
How electric is that start to the day?
Yeah, kid's been without a
You like the fans, Jared? Check 'em
Yeah.
out,
Is
man.
this a Stacy Ball desktop?
It's a Allie Larson MacBook.
Wow.
Wow.
Special.
Yeah.
High level.
Shout out to Allie
Special.
Larson. Hopefully her baby is in the world by the time this is uploaded. And then
Wow. That's
Man,
big
we're getting
shout-outs
there.
right there.
yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
This
She
guy
wanted to make an
Zach is
appearance. I don't know where she
stressing.
went. Yeah. He's just grinding at the
Yeah.
pharmacy is what
He's
he's
like-
doing.
He's like, "What are we gonna do without Max Struz?"
Okay. Jerry, how you doing over there, man? You staying cool for the most part? In
Not
that
really.
garage?
It's so hot here, bro.
That's
I
disgusting.
opened the garage like 3 hours ago. Still hot in here,
Yeah, it's
but I got a little refreshment. So today's my
there you
Friday.
go. Can't go wrong. Let's get into the scouting report. Let's get right into it. With Bronx Tale. This was a very, 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 very good movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this movie a lot. Now, I'll say this, I'm a little nervous because you tend to follow up a good movie with a dud. So I'm nervous where this week is gonna go because like you come in with confidence and then you want to like try to shake things up. You two have done this.
No,
But-
I told you we were coming with hitters from like for these next couple weeks. So
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I have my blinders up just because
Trust
the
issues,
track
I get
record
it.
that's
get
been
it.
shown. But no, I really like this movie. I thought it was an easy watch. Like it's one of those movies that I feel like you could put on time and time again and it wouldn't get boring because it's just a very well told story. The acting is really good. The score was really good, and it's kind of just like a coming of age story that's, you know, it's easy to watch and it's a good story. So I really liked it. Where I'm gonna put it with my rating. So, you know, now I've told you guys I kind of like compare it to the other teams on my roster at this point and other offers I've put out. And to me, this was right there with Departed. To me, it was right there with Departed. It didn't wow me like Pulp Fiction did, but it was so good. It was very solid. It didn't push the envelope enough for the full Scully, the full ride. So I'm gonna go with the full tuition scholarship for A Bronx Tale. But that's with high regards. That's with very high regards.
I feel like you could throw some books in there though too.
What do you mean? Oh, I
On
see. What you're saying.
Scully, yeah. Throw some books in there, man.
I agree
I
with
mean,
Jared.
look, dude, look, it's my rating.
Yeah,
that'll
Robert
be
De
an
Niro
unprecedented-
though.
At the
Come
end
on,
of the day,
man.
at the end
But
of the
for me to give it a book scholarship as well, it would have to be better than Departed in my mind, and I don't think it was.
Okay, that's fair. I can give you that.
You know what I
think,
mean?
Yeah. Okay.
I think
see
it
where
was
you're coming
it
from.
was good for different reasons though, because Departed is more like that storyline is a little more exciting. You know, like there's the twists and turns at the end of the movie. There's more action and stuff, but this one I just felt like was a very good just movie as a whole. Good plot, you know, acting was really
Yeah.
good. Like checks a lot of really good boxes, but no, like it was good for different reasons, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a movie that I feel like it's a movie that like I said when we introduced it, it's like it's still super relevant today. So I think that's
100%.
cool. I think that's cool. I think that's like
100%.
a sign of good filmmaking.
Yeah. Well, it was
Yeah.
like it was very honest storytelling with
Yeah.
like the maturation of C and like getting to know
Yeah.
himself and being a man. So I really liked it. I thought it was
Yeah.
really good.
No.
Classic.
All right, fair. Tom's
think
got
that-
you
I think
teed up
that's an
for this
honorable-
week.
Yeah, I think that's an honorable rating, Luke. I like
Thank
that.
you, man. I appreciate that. And this, I will say, A Bronx still got some really good cosigns going into the watch. So like I was already excited to watch it. So it
I'm
had
just
high
hoping. I'm
regards.
just hoping to get some DC swipes too.
Oh,
What?
I'm just waiting for the next movie. I told you I'm already hesitating this week. Like I'm a
All
little nervous.
right.
DC,
I've
do you
got the
even know what
movies.
I hope you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What DC swipes, dining common swipes. If you're on a full scholarship, you get the meal plan.
That
You go
must
to
have been
dining
the East
commons.
Bay
I'm
thing
like,
because we
hey,
called
Yeah,
it
bro,
dining
like, can you
commons.
give me a swipe?
it was actually
It was just
called.
a
It was
meal
called the
swipe for
Commons.
us.
It was called the Commons, but we
For us, it was a
definitely
union.
we
Yeah.
definitely were just like, yo, like swipe me in. We didn't say, yo, you
Yeah.
got DC swipes for me, bro.
We had
That was
the
never the-
union and we had what was it called at Pacific? I'm blanking right now. The UC, not the DC, the UC University
Okay.
Commons or University Center, something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't
Commons.
have very many other like options, so it was
Yeah.
like dining area that way.
Right.
Yeah.
DC swipes. Yeah, that went right over
Okay,
my head.
my bad. I thought
Yeah.
you were referring to David Camard, and he did give the nod on A Bronx Tale, so that was a good cosign.
No, I
But
didn't
Speaking
know.
of
Tyler,
Yeah,
David,
no.
what do you got?
speaking of
What do you
David,
got?
we had a good week on we had a good match on the course this week. Not to
Oh,
get too
jeez.
sidetracked, but I'll save that for the golf section of this podcast. Luke, I've got some movies teed up for you, man. I'm really hoping that you haven't seen. I've got 3 like locked and loaded for you. So like I've got backup after backup because I feel like you might have seen this first one. Great movie, great lead actor, great supporting actor. I've got Training Day.
Of course, I've seen Training Day, man. That's
I
like
wasn't sure. I asked Jared. We both were like, All right.
Okay. Since you've seen it, that's a full ride, right?
That's a
That's
full
not
That's got to
ride.
be a full
okay.
That's a
ride.
full ride.
Yeah.
That
If
has
that's not a
everything.
full ride, we might have to
Yeah.
be looking for a new
Nah,
coaching staff.
yeah.
that
I'm
has
just saying.
everything. That's got
Okay.
comedy. That's got action. That's got on the edge of your seat. That's got, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
and it's got Denzel. Like Denzel, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Okay. Sticking with Denzel here, the other movie I have, definitely not one of his more popular films, I would say. Maybe. I don't know. Flight.
I've not seen Flight actually.
Flight.
That's
Came out in
with
Based on a true story.
yeah, that's
2012, I believe. It's a good movie. I like it a lot.
yeah, I've not seen Flight actually.
Flight is the movie.
Okay. Okay.
I think you're gonna enjoy it. I watched it a couple years back. I actually watched it on a plane. Funny enough.
It's an interesting decision.
I don't know why I did. I was just kind of like, Denzel, this should be good.
Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, I don't blame you for that. I've
Yeah.
said he's on the list of if he's in the movie, it's more than likely going to be a good watch.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's a good movie. It made me laugh a little bit at the end for sure. Denzel's comedy, like he's good. Yeah, I don't want to get too into detail, but I think you're gonna enjoy it. So
Right.
I wouldn't say it's a dud. You say
No,
duds, I definitely wouldn't say it's a dud.
Yeah, no, especially with the catalog of duds that we have.
Kind of
on
hoping.
this guy.
I was kind of hoping. I do have. We do. Jared has just as many duds as I do.
It's a collective. You guys are a team in this. You guys
That's
are
true.
you guys are my scouts, and this is what you bring back to me.
Part of me was hoping you'd seen it because that third movie I have for you is a heater as well. So we'll save that though for another
Hey,
time.
man, it's called a misdirection.
That's all it is, man.
That's a great scout, right? Like if you're reading your scout, I'm gonna need some misdirection.
No, I don't want you to bring me bad players. I don't know. That just seems counterintuitive to me. We're trying to build a
I don't
championship
know.
organization.
Some days it works out. It worked out today.
Yeah, no, you guys did well. It was a good watch. I enjoyed it. So I appreciate you guys for that one.
Wonderful.
That's
Yeah,
not
man.
what I was talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Okay.
Jared's one-liners are just sailing over the heads today.
No,
dude.
it's because he's like talking inside jokes, and that means nothing to nobody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
We'll
Right.
just let
I'm that
one
guy
ride.
right now.
It's not.
He's
It's
that guy.
not as comedy as you
sporting
think.
the Rockets tee again today. I love this play
Yeah.
from Jared. It's a constant staple.
Yeah, I feel like we got a chance to make the play in this year.
Right.
He said we. Did you guys have a chance to look at any of the NBA schedules and game schedules and TV schedules and all that? Yeah.
Before I let you guys
Before
go,
we do that, yeah,
oh,
are we done?
jeez.
Are we done with movie and television talk before we move to
Apparently not. Apparently
no,
not.
I wasn't going that route. I was just gonna
Okay.
get say one little thing about the scheduling thing. But go ahead, Tom, if you still got movie.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
movie
I
banter.
just yeah. I mean, I started my Peaky Blinders binge, and it's special, man. I'm thought I'd let you guys know that I'm just thoroughly enjoying this television that's being displayed.
I think we all know that I'll probably never get around to it, but I have heard a lot of good things about it. So
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you hesitant on, Jared? Not
Is
your
it going to be
genre,
better
or-
than? Is it going to be better than Boardwalk Empire? Probably not. So
people like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
Cillian Murphy's good, so
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
he
too
may
far
not be
into it. But
Steve Buscemi though. Steve
How's
Buscemi.
Buscemi?
he very well may not be,
How does
and
Buscemi?
that's okay.
Well, we'll have to check that on a different day. But I'm serious. Buscemi.
There's some other mispronunciations of words.
This is like I was watching a Bob Does Sports video the other day, and Joey Coldcut's pronounced bocce ball.
yeah, it's just
And they had a thick argument about if it
Look,
was bocce ball or bocce ball.
I will say, Jared definitely knows more about actors in movies than I do, so he definitely has the track record for this one. I just have always thought it was Buscemi.
Yeah,
Right.
it's all good.
Yeah,
Um,
the Peaky Blinders. Yeah, next on my list, Jared, you're probably gonna be mad at me for not watching this. I don't know. Maybe you've watched it. Entourage is next on my list.
People have told me to watch that too. I'll probably watch Entourage before I get to Peaky Blinders, to be honest.
Let's see. I don't want to go too far off the reservation. Entourage is top 5 all time.
Yeah, good. That's what I needed to hear.
I
It's
actually
better than The
have
Office.
different show.
I'm
but,
joking. I was joking.
Nothing
if
will
we're
beat
being-
Office. We're talking background show.
If we're being honest, I have every season of Entourage on DVD.
Yes.
Okay, good.
And when I moved into my first house and we didn't have Wi-Fi yet, that's what I watched on the
That's
Xbox
funny.
360.
Love that.
So
Yeah,
I've
I have
to
watched the
spin
entire
Entourage.
I've watched the entire series 4 times through.
I'll be tapping in here.
Yeah,
Have I-
it's
Peaky Blinders.
high level.
Have either of you watched Power?
Yeah.
No, but I've heard it's really good. I haven't watched
See, I
that
feel
yet.
like, there we go. I got one that Tommy doesn't.
Yeah,
I feel like you like Power. I like Power.
I probably would. That's
Power's good, but never mind.
They dragged it out, but
They dragged it
Power.
out, and I don't want. I mean, I guess this wouldn't ruin it for Tommy, but the people that I wanted to die didn't die fast enough.
yeah, I can relate to that.
I'm just like, get it over with. Just kill this person. You're gonna kill
Yeah,
this
no.
person eventually. Like, just do it.
That's valid. That's valid.
Power's one that I've been told to watch. That and like Snowfall, I've been told to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, Snowfall's like I haven't watched it, but people say it's like the LA version of Breaking Bad. So
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, man. All right, Jared.
as
NBA
far as
scheduling,
NBA
let's
is
talk about it.
concerned, I couldn't tell you because every time I get on Twitter, everything I see is how juiced all you Kings fans are that you guys actually have NBA like nationally
have
televised games.
22 nationally televised games.
Yeah, so you can thank De'Aaron Fox for that.
I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. I think the fans have a lot to
No,
do with that as well.
I think it's, but I'm saying like you have that clear cut.
I'm saying the beam.
face.
The beam got you the national television.
I think just the
I'm not saying it's not. I honestly might be.
no,
an
I know.
advocate for
I
the
think
fact
it's
that
just
it
kind
is.
of the. I think it was that they had a platform to do something with it last year in the playoffs, and then they showed out. Like they proved they exceeded expectations as an organization, not basketball wise, but in terms of TV contract wise, it was like, okay, they're gonna go nuts every single time we have a nationally televised game. Like this is perfect.
And that's where I think like you need that one, like you need the Ja Morant level star to like switch that up. Because that's what happened when like Ja Morant took off, right? Like the Grizzlies had no televised games. And then he was such like a
Must watch
TV. They just started getting national games. And it's like a LeBron or a KD. And like I think like, you know, De'Aaron is at least the one fighting for that, you know, to put them on the map. Like, oh, I want to watch De'Aaron play.
Yeah,
like no matter what team KD plays for, like it's a big deal when he plays, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it is interesting though. I like that they're opening in Golden State. Right? Is that or the Kings?
No,
are they
Kings are doing.
No, they're opening.
No, they're opening
in,
Utah, right?
Utah,
and then they play at home.
At home, yeah.
Yeah, first home opener is what I meant.
How do they always do that with the Warriors and Kings? they always play right away, like back to back to open the season every year. I feel like
Nobody wants
The
to
Kings and the
travel.
Warriors.
yeah, like last year they played each other the first 10 games twice. This year they play each other twice in the first 4 games.
People want to watch that, man, especially after
But
last
like
year.
it's every year. It's interesting.
No, it is true. It is true. I mean, they are in the same division, so I know that weighs on
Yep.
scheduling. The Warriors, though,
It's
I
an
think
easy
they
setup.
lead the charge with nationally televised games this year.
Yeah, it's no
From what I
surprise.
saw, I think they have like 40 something, which is nuts.
Yeah, they
That's a
also
lot of
lead.
games.
They
That's
also
every other
lead the
game.
league. They also lead the league in back to
Viewership.
backs again, which is so
Oh
stupid.
shoot, I didn't even know that. Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
knew more about that.
That's like the
Mm.
third year in a row. I think they've led the league in back to backs.
I wonder what that
They
is.
get they get that third. Well, they get that Thursday night TNT home game to
Yeah,
the Friday night
ESPN.
ESPN game.
Yeah,
They get that all the time. Because like, how many teams? Like, if we're being super honest, like obviously take the Kings out of it because it's new, right? But like, there's not really any other teams that play on the Pacific time zone that you're gonna that are
Yeah.
like marquee teams.
That's
So
No,
they
just,
that's
always
fair.
have to
just the
play.
Lakers because of LeBron, but
Yeah, but like they always have to play that 7:30 Thursday game
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fair.
because
I
you're not
wasn't
gonna
like
you're not gonna put the Blazers on there, right? Like, no offense to them, but like
right.
they haven't been good the last couple of years. So it's like you do that,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, now you're gonna play the Lakers on a Friday night. Okay, well, that game has to be
Right.
on TV.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. I'm not like upset about it. I mean, it definitely
Yeah,
that that sucks for them, but it's just interesting.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is. It's
Yeah.
just like, I'm sure if you look down the other side, like the Celtics probably have right there with them in most televised
I'm
games
sure.
because
Yeah.
they get that 4:30
I actually had it
Thursday.
just pulled up.
Yeah.
But
And now they're playing Tuesday games on TNT and stuff. What do we think of the new broadcast call? I think it's
I'm
all
mad that
jacked
they
up.
took Mark Jones off of it. Like why did they do that?
I don't know. He
He's-
comes
I don't
up
know,
with some wild stuff.
Yeah, but
yeah,
he's
but I like that he
hilarious.
does it with confidence,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the order before we get too out of context here. The Warriors have 41 games nationally televised. Lakers 40, Suns 37, Celtics 35, Nuggets 30, Bucks 30, Sixers 29, Dallas 28, Knicks 25, and Heat 24. Those are the top teams.
What about what about what James Harden said?
What like statement
Well,
are you
I
talking
just
about? Because
read.
I've seen
I
a
just
lot of
read.
James Harden.
I just read before we got on. This guy's talking about, man, the love in China is real. I would love to play there one day.
You should just sign a
Bro.
1-year deal right now.
Did you see what he said at his little camp?
Daryl Morey.
Yes.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
awesome.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was meant. That's what I was
James
initially
Harden
talking
doesn't
about.
care, dude.
Oh
He
yeah, I
does
thought
not
you were
care.
just
He's
yeah.
no,
bro
he was like, yeah, he's a liar. I'm never playing for him. Like, and he said he's willing to make it more uncomfortable.
I think he's so funny.
bro. It's just it's
I think he's hilarious.
crazy, but like I don't know, man.
At
What do you do?
this
Like,
point,
what do you do? Like, as the Sixers
Yeah.
or even as James Harden's camp? Like, what do you do? Do you just like continue to
if
play your
I'm-
hand, or like,
if I'm the Sixers, I'm doubling down.
yeah,
Like,
Just
But
because
like-
if
then
he
he's gonna
doesn't,
pull up in the fat suit.
it doesn't matter though, because like he's like either he shows up and plays or he doesn't get paid. And if I'm the coach, I'm like, bro, if you're on some BS, I'm not playing you.
Right.
Like,
That's what's
just
gonna end
it's
up
a new
happening,
coach. It's a new coach
maybe.
anyways, right? It's Nick Nurse. So like, I don't think Nick Nurse really cares about the beef that's going on between Daryl Morey and James Harden. Like, it's not like they're gonna fire him. They're obviously trying to get rid of James Harden, but nobody wants him.
Yeah, my thing is like, why can't James just like be happy?
that's
Because
big.
it's like an ego thing.
I mean, there's a lot of players
Yeah,
that kind of
it's
fit
just
into
an
that.
ego thing, bro.
That why can't you just be happy where you are?
Like James
But,
is
like-
so good. Like, why can't he just hoop and like be I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't.
I don't know, man. But even like they were saying that this could like influence Joel Embiid as well and all this too. So like I feel like
I mean, they're never gonna win though. They suck. So it's like,
so
I
you
don't
think
even
just
know
blow
what-
it up? You think just blow it
Well,
up?
I'm just annoyed that it's even a news on the news. Like, it's even on the news feed. Like,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's the
why are
same,
we
like,
why are we celebrating teams that get knocked out in the first and second round every year? Like Joel Embiid hasn't won anything.
No, that everyone said that was the damn here have it MVP
Yeah,
last year.
MVP. Yeah, it's like all that complaining.
It
And
really
then, like,
was.
Yeah, I know. It was like when Derrick Rose petitioned for it. Why can't I be MVP? And like him and Russell Westbrook had the same exact stats that year, and Derrick Rose won MVP and then lost in the second round.
Yeah, I don't
Like
Real
it's
spill.
well,
Real spill.
that's
like I don't know. Like I don't care. Like this is how desperate the NBA is to be relevant when there's no games going on.
well, that's
August,
what I was
man.
gonna say.
August.
Yeah.
tough.
It's like it's just like who cares, man? You guys are gonna win 55 games and you guys are gonna lose the second round. Like who cares?
Yeah.
So you think they should have blown it up after last year? Just got done.
I'm saying that like okay, this probably will sound bad. So if James Harden, if you ever listen to this, I'm sorry.
Let's hope that problem occurs.
Yeah. Yeah. If he wants to get a Twitter beef, I'm all here for it. One, you opted out of 38 or $42 million or whatever it was because you thought that you were going to get a long-term like a Chris Paul sweetheart deal of 4 years, $160 million. And you just didn't. And now you're like bitter about it. And maybe Morey lied about some other stuff, but like the reality is like you chose to go to Brooklyn, you hated it. You chose to get out of Brooklyn, go to Philly. Like you picked these places. Like that'd be like me going to Luke and be like, bro, I don't want to go to Cane's. I want to go to Chick-fil-A. And we get to sit down in Chick-fil-A, and I'm pissed off at Luke that we're at Chick-fil-A.
You want to know what's sad? Is that feels like a very plausible thing to happen.
I would never be mad at you about being at
Because
Chick-fil-A.
they don't have no barbecue sauce.
No, I said no.
That's
Going to
Cane's. Yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
that's
we're
why
not
we
going
went
to
to Chick-fil-A
Cane's.
over
My
here.
bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Anytime I'm at Chick-fil-A, I got a big smile on my face.
Yeah. So, but that brings me to another
But that's what
question.
I'm saying. So it's like, okay.
No,
Sorry.
no,
I'll get
finish your thought
soapbox.
because mine's gonna change.
No, that was it. I just feel like Tommy kind of summed it up, but my thing is like all this is inevitable. Like it doesn't matter. Like you just throw a name out of a hat. Like the Celtics are gonna beat you, or the Bucks are gonna beat you, or the Heat are gonna beat you. Like, who knows? Maybe the Hawks will beat you again. Like,
Right.
Yeah, I like that. Even the Knicks, man. Even the
yeah,
Knicks.
even the Knicks.
man.
Jalen Brunson is
Freaking
him.
Knicks.
So
All right, that's it.
talking about players wanting to leave and picking their places, where are we at with the Damian Lillard saga? Like, what are we doing over there too?
I honestly forgot about that.
That's bro.
Someone brought up Joel Embiid.
What do you mean?
Like
with
Dame and James Harden swapping.
Oh, if Portland did that,
what does that do for either team?
No
that'd be good for
idea.
Philly. I feel like no.
No,
Good to
that's the
what
same
point though?
thing.
Is that changing? Is that making you a championship contender?
That's-
Right?
no, that's the same
I don't
thing.
think so. But at least like Dame's like been farther.
Dame is another shot, like really good scoring guard that doesn't play
He's
defense.
another ball dominant
Yeah,
small guard. Like
It definitely wouldn't help Tyrese Maxey out. That's for sure.
the Dame thing, like,
it's weird to me too.
well, it's kind of, we talked about it before, like, if he just put himself in a bad spot because all he talked about was loyalty and staying here. And then it's like, then they come out and they're like, okay, finally I want to trade. Like, this is the conversation we should have had 5 years ago.
Right.
Like when you and CJ made it to the Western Conference Finals and then the Warriors blew you guys off the map. Like, all right, that was it. We might as well just get out of here because they would have got maximum value for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at like the best. This is why Danny Ainge is Danny Ainge. This is why everybody like wants Danny Ainge because like he saw the KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen fall off before anybody else, and he flipped that into Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and now they're relevant again.
Yep.
That's actually nuts.
Yeah. Like, how do you do that? How do you go from
He's the man.
trading 3 Hall of Famers and 2 years later being in the Eastern Conference Finals against LeBron?
Being contenders
Yeah,
again.
like- And tricking the Sixers into giving you an extra pick when you were never going to take Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, I forgot they traded for that one.
Yeah, they had
Did
the
you-
number 1 pick.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Did we talk? Oh yeah, I do remember that. Oh, I remember when that all went down and they like worked Jason Tatum out and they were like, okay, this is who we would take at 1, but we don't need 1 to have it. So like,
Yeah, because they were hell-bent. And Markel is nice. It's sad that he
He
got
is.
hurt because if Markel would have reached his potential without the injuries, like then Philly would have never even thought about getting
well,
James Harden.
and if Ben Simmons didn't, Ben
Yeah, and
Simmons.
yeah. Yo,
That's
did
a
you see
whole
the
nother
video? Did you
thing.
see the video of him where they were talking about what happens to him in the season? Where like where does his bag go? Because you watch him in pickup runs and he's like cooking and shooting jump shots.
There's videos like that every single year. Like there was the Mitchell Robinson one this year.
I don't want
Everyone's
to talk
like,
about Mitchell Robinson, bro. I don't even bring that up.
why?
Ben
Why
Simmons,
does that
Ben
bother you?
Simmons, because dude, I don't care. Like, stop. You rebound and you catch lobs, bro. I don't want to see you going tween cross behind the back into a pull-up jumper. That's
It's
not
still
what you do.
tough. It's still
It's tough. He's a good basketball player, but like that's just not what he's doing. But Ben Simmons, that dude gets like, I think he just gets like the yips, the basketball version of the yips.
No, I think you're right. I actually think you're correct.
Like it's crazy because he's so nice. Like he was so nice. Whatever was that 2019 or was that 2018?
I think
Like he
I
was
don't remember.
cooking the league.
I
Like, they
have
were
a
so good.
Zach's probably gonna hate this. Sorry, Zach, but I have a crazy comment to that.
What?
I think that's the Jimmy Butler syndrome.
That's
He did it to Andrew Wiggins. He did it to Cat, and then he went and did it to Ben Simmons. He like
that's
he
true.
thugged them into being scared.
But like Wiggs is good now.
Wiggs got it, yeah, because he went to the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat is
That
Cat's
is the
fine.
safest landing spot you can possibly be at.
Yeah, that's true. That's a bad example.
Yeah.
And he also
Yeah.
went into a situation when the Warriors were
They needed
winning 18 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, but he
exactly.
didn't. That was like. No, yeah, you're right. Well, the year
Yeah.
he came back, was the year like Kelly Oubre was there and Steph was playing.
Yeah, well, they
like, the best
swapped.
he's
They
ever played.
they swapped D'Lo for him. They
Right,
gave
he
D'Lo
played,
the
like-
sign and trade, and
But he
then
played like 20 games before COVID.
yeah,
I forgot
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell was on the Warriors. That was a thing
That was a
when
time.
it happened.
bro.
That was a time.
Let me
Thank
tell
you, Kevin Durant, man. Thank you, Kevin Durant.
Let me tell you, that was a wild time.
Which is crazy because I've always like I really like D'Angelo Russell and I've liked him for a
Right.
while. And I remember when that happened, I was like, bro, what? Like I remember I thought it was over for the league. I was like, oh, this is cold. Like D'Angelo
good.
was tough.
It was nuts. It was just
Was
crazy.
this? Trying to remember if this was the Kai Bowman era of the Warriors
Yes,
too.
it was.
Oh,
it was.
man,
It was
there's-
right
there's
after
a lot
that.
of
It
eras.
was
We were
right after
jogging
that.
out. We were jogging out. Kai Bowman, Damian Lee, Juan Toscano Anderson, and Eric Pascal, and then our guy Keese was cooking.
Yeah.
What a time!
What
was
a time.
That
man.
was a fun roster.
Yeah. Once again, you go from that to winning a championship in 2 years. It's pretty great.
You know what's weird? You know,
So
like
crazy.
you'll never understand this, Tommy, because those were your dog days as a fan.
Whoa,
You're like talking about these. You
whoa.
were talking about no. Let me finish. You're talking about like this was our lineup. That was being a Kings fan every single year. Like we were rolling out and name whoever you wanted. and you
Marcus
put, like,
Thornton.
Hey,
Okay,
Marcus
whoa,
Ray
Thornton,
Mc-
Marcus Thornton
Ray-
was a bucket.
Ray
Marcus
Ray
Thornton was a bucket.
McCallum. Ray
Ray
McCallum
McCallum,
was a
McCallum.
that's a good
bucket
one.
too. Ray McCallum
John
was a bucket
Salmons.
too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a journeyman right there. But like, do
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Like,
I
you were
totally
like
no, I
those
get what you're
years were
saying,
crazy.
but let's not act
That
like
was
I'm not.
18
Let's
years.
not act like I'm not 4 years away from getting that.
We'll see. I mean, you
I
might be
don't
there
know,
now.
man.
You got CP3 starting, so.
Don't
Whoa,
stop.
CP
What?
is not starting, bro.
Hey,
Stop
look,
throwing
man.
that narrative out there.
I'm trying to. Look. I spoke to CP to the Warriors already on the pod. I gotta.
Dude, he's not starting. He's not starting.
They're gonna roll out the death line.
And if he does, he's starting on a back-to-back where he didn't play the night before, and he's playing with all the young guys, and that's
I
it.
just-
That's when he's
bro,
starting.
the more I think about it, I just don't understand what the move did. Besides, just like make Draymond happy.
It just
They-
dump. No, it was a salary dump.
Yeah, like they don't want
Because
to pay
CP,
JP anymore.
so look at this way, Luke. This is me being serious, and then we can move on from NBA talk. Like CP is like they're making the same amount of money. CP's making 40, and Jordan was like right around that same range or wherever like it is. CP3's done after this year. He'll be unrestricted free agent. So if it blows up in their face he's an expiring contract that they can trade before the
Yeah,
deadline
I get
and get
that.
off that. So it's like they essentially realized that they overpaid Jordan Poole for 1 or 2 playoff series last year, and they didn't want to get strapped with that contract
Yeah, no, I
because
guess
they're
I
gonna have to
understand
pay
that part of
Wiggs.
it.
They're gonna have to pay Wiggs next summer if they want
If
to keep him, right?
they play him how they should play him, it'll be like a fine move. I think.
I disagree.
I don't like. I think he could help off the
You
bench.
said I don't. Like, obviously you said it. Like, clearly you agree with what you said.
Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, like, I don't. Obviously, I don't love the move. I have years of my disdain towards Chris Paul. So obviously, I don't love the move.
Actually
But like,
crazy that him and Steph are on the same team
I can
after all
see
those
it. I
battles.
can really see it help, like working in different ways. Like, he is the point guard. He is Chris Paul. He can come off the bench and run the show for them. Get guys the ball where they need to get the ball.
Your entire sentence was an oxymoron. The point guard is not going to be comfortable coming off the bench.
He's 38, bro.
It don't matter, bro. It's Chris Paul. We already talked about
Yeah,
egos.
ego, man.
Well, he's gonna have to drop the ego, man. And
Okay.
you know, I have
Tommy, you get on the line with him and tell him that. Let me know. Please let me know what he
blind
says.
optimism that he will. I will get on the line with him and tell him, Chris, look,
Good.
this is what did Steph say? This ain't 2014 no more.
He might send the ops to your house. That's all I'm saying.
And he might, but if
he probably still has ties in Arizona.
He might, but if he listens to me, they'll win another ring. So
Oh, I'm not saying that.
I did.
That's more blind optimism.
I love it though, because I know the feeling. You got to be a
I'm not
hopeless
crazy.
optimist sometimes.
I'm not crazy.
You're. I wouldn't say crazy. You're slightly. You're delusionally
deranged.
optimistic.
Yeah,
It's
deranged is.
I truly don't believe it. I truly don't believe that in my heart's heart.
Right,
I know. Like Luke just said, you haven't seen the real dog days yet.
I haven't.
Yeah, Jared has of the Warriors. So
Jared can't let his hate of Chris Paul go, and that's why he won't accept it.
Oh, I don't think it's Chris Paul that he hates it, but we've already been over that on this.
Yeah, the guy that I hate, who's been haunting me since 2003.
The puppeteer.
Yeah, he doesn't wear a jersey anymore.
All right. Before we get into a roast session here, let's talk this conference realignment stuff now. Jared, you brought this to my attention today as a good talking point, and I think it's a great place to segue to right now. Because everyone's talking about these changes with the Pac-12 and the Big 12 and the Big 10, how it's going to affect football, but no one's really talking about basketball as much as I think they should, because
that's because nobody cares.
which sucks. But
yeah,
it's going to change. It's going to have I think it's going to have a really big domino effect on all these other conferences as well. Like, I'm afraid we're going to get into literally there's going to be such a disparity between high major and low major, and then there's just going to be nothing in between. And it's like, what do we do after that?
You know what, the one thing though I will say, again, I don't want to take too much of the time. Basketball, out of all, like let's just say basketball and football. Let's not get into everything else. Let's just say basketball and football. They make the most money. They're the most important sports at every college. Basketball has now, with the transfer portal and just the way basketball is, and guys coming, the Stephs and the CJs and stuff like that, like there was already a lot of disparity, I feel like, in college basketball, and you didn't necessarily have to play at a Power 5. Like Gonzaga's not a Power 5, and they're the best team on the West Coast, top to bottom. So it's like, I think the thing that will really hurt is like the low majors, like what you're saying, Luke. Like, I agree with you that they're gonna get no support. None. Like the Big Sky already was very limited in their support, like as far as like TV and exposure and all that stuff. It's like now it's just gonna be like, are you guys even Division I schools?
Bro, it's just getting bogged down. Like literally, like where you were is just gonna get replaced by someone filling into another bigger conference that now they have to give exposure to. Like it just changes everything.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's I mean, I don't know. It's even like this in Sacramento. Like the conference, the division, the leagues change like every 3 years because of football.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's just like it's always going to come down to money.
Yeah, I also feel bad for the athletes, to be honest, because you're going to have these super conferences now that you're going to be traveling from East Coast to West Coast in the same week and still be, like unless you're
Class.
unless you're a first round pick in either your sports, football or basketball, you're going to be required to do your homework, get your assignments in on time, communicate with your professors, and you're going to be in California one night, in Pittsburgh the next night. You know what I mean? Like this is going to be ridiculous.
Do you
Like,
think so though? Do you really think so though?
Yes, I do,
I don't think they're going to be required to get the assignments done.
bro. I mean, look,
If you're playing Michigan
I mean, maybe
football
not on
and you have
time,
to
but
play UCLA,
bro, there's people on Michigan football that aren't really on Michigan football. Like their professors don't care probably. Like
that's what I'm saying. That like the big like those teams, like
okay, but
Ohio
but
State, but like
okay,
the
but
other
Luke's
okay,
teams
talking
you get
about
screwed.
Luke's talking
I'm talking
about
about
like Michigan volleyball.
Oh yeah, okay, all right,
bro.
that's okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I missed that part of
But
the.
even we can still talk football. There's going to be a dud now in these massive conferences. There's going to be a dud team that on paper it's a big name school, but they're going to be in last place. They're not going to win any games, and they're not going to have any like stardom. And they're
Yeah,
going to be like, who cares? And like some of these
the
schools aren't even
professors
known for
aren't
their
gonna
athletes.
give a shit.
Bro, like what are we talking about? Like yeah, to Tommy's point, you're gonna have players on all these other sports that aren't on the teams that these moves are being made for that are really gonna be screwed. Like
I
it's
don't.
gonna suck.
I oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm done. Like it's just
Oh,
gonna be wild.
I think honestly, I don't think those smaller sports are gonna have the same travel though.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
But I
I think
mean,
it's like I'm saying that like because like in the Big Ten, they're saying they're gonna have 18 teams. Like a volleyball program is not gonna travel to 17 places. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they're gonna go back and forth and like skip like this year we're gonna play just like in football how it is now. Like you don't play everybody in your conference now.
they're gonna have to do some crazy schedule changes.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you're like 17 different locations
Yeah,
in
like
one
there's no
in
way. I feel like it's for volleyball and stuff too, like or other sports like water polo. Like we talked to Rachel about is like there's teams that like a Long Beach State women's water polo competes with Stanford because there's such a low, like there's just not as many high level teams. You know what I mean?
yeah. But
So it's
that's
like if I'm Michigan volleyball, like and USC volleyball's terrible, like I'm not gonna fly out to play USC volleyball. I feel like
yeah,
I feel
I
like
don't know
it's
if they're
just
gonna
the
have a
way the
choice
scheduling.
though.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying with 18 teams though, they're not gonna play 17 different places though.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be like it's
Think
gonna
about think
rotate.
about that.
It's gonna
That's 34 matches as it is.
no, I agree with you, but I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying it's gonna if they do rotate it, it's still gonna be a year that you have a road trip that
Oh
you're
yeah.
in. Like they because you're gonna have to rotate who you play every single year, regardless of if you're playing
Right.
everybody or not.
Yeah.
So
And I don't think you play everybody, but yeah, no, I agree with you. I also think like I think all this stuff was sparked or sped up by NIL.
Mhm.
Because
I
now
think
it's
you're right.
like we're paying these dudes. We might as well recoup our losses of paying them and like go play. Like we'll just go play in this big ass league and we'll get more money and they'll be able to make more money and we'll get better recruits and we'll pay more people and blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah
Now
blah.
we're
I
in the
think yeah,
system.
yeah, and that's where I think like I don't know because I don't know anything about football, but like I can't imagine anybody goes to Alabama to play football that actually like goes to class consistently, like with the thought process of I'm coming to Alabama because I want an Alabama degree. If that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
mean, I'm sure
Like,
that
and
there are.
I could be wrong. Like I totally like the football. That's why it's hard for me to say because the football team is huge, right? There's guys on the football team that probably never play. They're like, hey, like I just want to beat Alabama and I want like the Alabama degree. My family's from here, blah, blah, blah. But I truly like most guys, like I'm not going like just now, like I'm not going to Kentucky because I want to get a Kentucky like education.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think
Yeah.
it's there's just a lot. There's a lot to unfold with it, and
It's messed up, man. It's like messed up because the 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 thing that really hurts is just like the players are the ones that get hurt.
Right. And it kind of just
because now it's like, what do you do? Like I have to play in one of these conferences if I want to get seen.
yeah. And that's what it's gonna turn out to be like 2 or 3
I
conferences. That's it.
yeah, like I can't I love the coaches at LMU, but I can't go to LMU. I have to go to Arizona State, who wins 10 games, but they're in the Big 12.
And I think you're right, because now it's going to be like, oh, but like I'll be making some NIL money, so like then it's like, maybe it's not going to be as bad. So like there's going to be it's everything is so much different, and it happens so fast, like you said. Like I feel like
Yeah.
3 years ago, like if someone were to have talked about what it's going to look like in 2 years, everyone would been like, what are you talking about? Like something like
Yeah,
that can't
there's
happen.
no way USC and UCLA are going to be in the Big 10. You're crazy.
Bro, like if someone told you last year that there were going to be 4 teams left in the Pac-12, you'd been like,
Yeah.
sorry, like
Uh,
4.
I read 2 days ago that bro, the SEC is going after Florida State and Clemson.
Yeah, it's gonna be, bro.
If that happens, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like they're
Yeah,
gonna
I
have
don't
to. It's just I don't even know what they're gonna end up doing. College
I
sports
I
in
mean,
itself has just changed so much.
yeah, I don't even think it like it's even like college basketball, right? Like uh I, I don't know. I don't want to say this might sound bad, but I'm gonna like
I don't want to say this. I
it
don't want to sound bad.
yeah,
I ain't gonna do it.
I'm saying no, I'm gonna like reword what I was gonna say is like
Okay.
the value of the regular season or the early season, it like doesn't matter in college basketball anymore. Like no one's
Right.
paying attention until like February because football has been pushed so far out. It's like so at this point, and most of the teams are like giving up league games to play in these like big like ESPN like 14 tournaments at the holidays, right?
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, nobody's paying attention really to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah. And now it's just gonna be like, I feel like for basketball specifically, the tournament's just gonna be like basically mixing the 2 or 3 big conferences that we're going to have and just
Yeah.
seeding them out that way. And it's like, okay, well, what about these small conference teams that, they got an
Yeah.
automatic bid. Yeah, they were 27-5 this year, but I don't care
Yeah.
because
Like
like
Florida
now
Atlantic won like 38 games.
bro,
Got
they
like
lost
a 7
one
seed.
game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to matter.
And they
It's
still
like, oh,
almost made it too. That's how good. Like people were like, "Oh, who are they playing?" Like, bro, they literally made it to Elite Eight.
bro,
They
like,
without like what's his name, Lamont Butler hitting that tough jumper. Like,
they're
bro, they're
there.
making it to the Final Four.
That was the championship. They
Oh,
were
was
the
that? Oh, they're
championship.
right.
That
Yeah,
would've
that's
been the
Final Four.
Natty.
Yeah,
So like, bro, but that's what I'm saying. So you get a team like that, and it's like, okay, but like, screw what you did. You're not in the Big 12 or the Big 10, so it's like, all right, like, cool, nice
yeah, you're a
automatic
7
bid.
seed.
Like,
Yeah,
okay, well, it just changes everything. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't even think excited. Like, I just don't really know what to expect, and I'm just a little worried for college athletics in general. But
yeah.
it's all right, man. It's not my battle anymore. James, you gotta get to the top of the NCAA and just fight for us over there, the student athletes.
Yeah, I don't care.
Way to be honest, man. Way to be honest.
I got y'all guys. I don't care.
All right, fellas. We've come to the point of the program where it's becoming a theme where I get on my soapbox and I talk about something. Are we
Oh, we
okay
have
with that
another one of
again or
these
no?
things?
Yeah, we got one of these things again. It might be a segment, but I don't know. An unofficial segment.
I mean, I just want to say before we do that, Team USA is doing a hell of a job over there. I don't even know where they are now, but they just had a great game in Malaga, Spain.
Yeah, that's
beating the Spanish national team. So I like what they're doing. A lot of people didn't like their team, but I think they're doing a good job. So
No, I agree with you. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I've been seeing a lot of good things, and in the Spain game, what I liked is you kind of were like unsure who was gonna be the guy at the end, and Edwards kind of was the closer a little bit there, a little bit. I don't know.
Jalen Brunson though, 9
He
for
started
9,
the game. He kind of
22
led the
points.
charge, but I feel like they gave it to Ant down the stretch.
Jared got fooled by some misinformation on Twitter.
Or maybe I
think
was just
he-
trolling someone in the group text.
Yeah.
You guys
think-
think I don't like Austin Reeves, bro? Austin Reeves is nice.
You know, our
Yeah.
listeners might, they might.
Yeah, I don't know. They might run the
know.
tape on that.
Oh no, they might
Run
have
the tape on
receipts
that,
for
bro.
you.
Stop flopping. He's still nice though.
All right.
Right.
I've stood 10 toes on that, like from the jump. We can
You
run
have.
the tape on that.
Huh?
He's a bucket.
Maybe next episode you find some receipts for us. I don't know.
But are we gonna say?
Mm.
Are we gonna act like Jared didn't just try to flip the script? Like he didn't get trolled by some misinformation on Twitter?
No, I'll say from an inside source, that's with him every single day, being myself. I knew that that wasn't him believing that was true.
I
Yeah.
don't believe that for a second.
I was literally there.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
I
believe it.
sent it when we were together.
yeah, like he knew that it wasn't real.
I don't believe it.
It's all right though. You
That's
think
all
I would
right.
you think I'll take his back like for no reason? Like
No. I just don't believe that.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
were with
it's
him
fine.
7:57 a.m.
I was with him that day. Like
That's what I'm
later that
saying.
day, but-
Like
Yeah,
because
we
I
talked about it.
responded.
Or he
'Cause I
texted
responded
me
pretty
when he was
fast. I
driving.
feel like Jared was just trying to cover his tracks.
no, I was honestly the whole
I don't
point of
know.
it was that he went 13 for 15 in the fake tweet. And it's like I was gonna follow up with some flopping questions. Like, I don't know, that looks like a lot of buckets to me, but
But
not
you
many
didn't.
free throws.
You didn't.
That's because I was just letting you have a moment, man.
What
I
moment
just had
did I didn't have a moment.
bro. It's all right, man.
What's all right?
It's all right, man. We don't need to run the tape.
Such a weird narrative has been created here.
Bro,
like
you
it.
said that you didn't
right.
like how he scored, and you said that he wasn't that nice.
I never said he wasn't that nice. We can
Yeah, we're gonna need.
actually
We're
run the
gonna
tape
need.
on
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna have to roll the tape one of these
Like
nights to
I
see
have
what he said.
said, I've
You
said
said that the
he's
way
nice
he
many
scores
times.
is
I
not
said
nice.
no. Okay, whatever.
That's not what you said?
No, I said I
That's-
don't like the way he tries to draw fouls. I said it pisses me off, and I will say that every day of the week.
But it's still a bucket, though.
Anyways, Luke, you have a soapbox to get on.
Yeah, I do. Thank you, man. I'm glad you teed me up. So, the past few weeks and stuff, we've talked about heading back to school. We've talked about the summer. We've talked about, what you're doing in the gym this year. So I kind of want to get back on that because we've come to the point where this is very basketball specific, but it can be a lot of things. The summer is a time for a lot of people to take advantage of, maybe some more free time, some availability to work on things that you don't feel the best at, and you want to better yourself whenever. But for basketball specifically, I'm in the gym with Jared every day, and we're seeing the guys head back to school, and whether that's high school, pros, college, whatever it is, that people are heading out. The door is revolving right now. Coming to the time where you got to look yourself in the mirror, you got to ask yourself, did you get better this summer? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that are, one, afraid to ask themselves that question, and two, not being serious with themselves about that question. And if the answer to that question is yes, and you can confidently say that, that's something that you should really tip your cap to, but you got to keep that momentum and keep it rolling. But if the answer to that question is no, and you look at yourself and you're like, man, I really didn't take advantage of the time that I had this summer. I really didn't take advantage of all the opportunities I had this summer. There's such a slim margin for success, especially in basketball and college basketball, that, yeah, there's always someone else probably took advantage of that time and they're getting better. But it's more than like, how are you going to change your habits now? How are you going to be able to flip the switch and change your habits to get to a place that you want to be to by the time season starts, which is beginning of November for college, end of November for high school, whatever it is, even earlier for pros. There's no way, because you just practiced 3 months of bad habits, of being complacent, of being, letting opportunities go past you. And now you're getting to a point where you're like, okay, I got to get to it. How do you get to that point where you just flip the switch and, okay, I'm ready to go now? Like that to me, which I've seen a little bit of it, around, it's bothering me a little bit. It's bothering me a little bit. So I don't know if any of that really made sense. I hope it did, but that was my rant for the night. I don't think it hit.
Very valid.
Okay, cool. James,
You got the
disagree with
pause.
me?
No, I
I
agree.
get pause for dramatic. I pause for dramatic dramatic effect.
Okay, I'm worried. I was worried that it was just like, damn, this guy's just talking for no reason.
I just didn't want to cut you off.
No, I'm good now. I got my piece off. Look,
Yeah.
there's two sides of there's two sides of this. Because if it is someone that's confident in what they did during the summer and they're going into this with a lot of confidence, like, man, I'm excited to see what happens. And like that's someone that like one I could get behind, two would watch and make sure that, you know, their work is, you know, benefited throughout the season. But then the other side is even scarier. Like it's like where do you go from there? You not only built bad habits, you got worse because everyone else progressed and you didn't. And three, like where do you go from there? I don't know. It's like I said, it's just such a slim margin between, you know, taking advantage of stuff and not. And it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. Like this again.
I also think though, that I think people say they want something, but then they maybe not necessarily like it just sounds good to say, you know what I mean? Like I want to start or I want to, score this many points. Or I want to be like it's like we're not bread's the wrong word. We're like conditioned to um reach for those accolades, right? So I think some of it's like a social construct of like maybe some people just enjoy basketball, right? Or maybe some people just enjoy football, or maybe some people just enjoy whatever they play. But the pressure or the social construct of the basketball ecosystem like forces people to like I need to conform to say this because that's what I'm supposed to say. Whereas like
Yeah, I
some
can see
people
that.
just like don't I think I've said this before. Like most people just don't really love basketball.
Yeah, we've
Like
hit on that. Yeah.
and I know that from like just being around it my whole life. And it's like it's really to me it's easy to tell, but it's also easy for people to fool themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think that's what it comes down to. And there's always gonna be like that breaking point. And I think it happens because I see it all the time in training where it's like you can get away with your like if your level of passion is here or here, if your level of passion is here, that will get you to freshman basketball. Then you try to play JV basketball and this level of passion doesn't work anymore. Or like maybe my level of passion's here and then that'll get me to be a good JV player and then can't get me over the hump on the varsity. And there's kids like, oh, my passion's like here, like I'll be an amazing high school player, but like that can't get me over the hump past high school. So I think it's like it's always the same. I think it's just depending on that level of passion or level of desire, it's like is where you tap out.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
that's
it
a
like
good point.
correlates.
That's a good point.
So I think just people just like think about it. Like if I tell like okay, this is the last thing I'll say about it is if I go into a gym of all my like let's say every kid I train that plays varsity basketball, right? And I line them up because I've done this before, and I say who wants a Division 1 who wants to play Division 1 basketball? Every single one of those motherfuckers is gonna raise their hand.
Yeah.
This is, like every single one of
Yeah.
them is like, woo, they're gonna look around and they're like, right? They could be like playing
You
no
don't really
minutes.
want to play.
Yeah.
You don't really want to play Division 1
Yeah.
basketball.
Like, do you really though? Like, do you really want to
No,
like wake up and go to practice
no,
and go to weights and listen to your coach cuss you out and run five
no.
on
They
zero for
don't.
2 hours? So it's
They don't
like
want
you
it,
really
Jared.
don't
They don't really
want
want it.
to, but
There's such a
like,
lunchbox that comes with it that people don't even like.
right. But
You
like,
don't want that.
you look around and like, you don't want to be the kid that's not raising his hand.
Raising his hand. Yeah,
Like,
that's a really good wow. Because I was gonna start talking about goal setting because I think goal setting is a great thing, but at the same time, it goes back to what I was talking about last week. Like I set goals for myself, but if I set goals, so if I were to sit down and write a list of goals right now, it's gonna be based on what I know I did. You know what I mean? Or like you're saying, what I know my passion for this is, right? Whereas if I sit here and write down a goal and I say, okay, like I want to lead the NBA in scoring this year. What have I done to be able to write that goal down? You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that doesn't even make sense. You get what I'm saying? So like
yeah,
obviously that's an extreme example,
yeah,
but you get what I'm
yeah.
saying? If you so
Yeah,
to
it's
your
the
point,
same
all those
thing.
kids in the gym raising their hand, like what are you raising your hand
I
for?
played a total of 32 minutes on the season as a senior. Like, yeah, I'm gonna play Division 1.
Exactly. Like, oh yeah, everyone else wants it. That's a good goal. Like, well, what can you actually set that goal? Which I'm
Yeah.
cool, aim for the stars, but like
That's what I think too. Is like people just like it's cool. That's why I like it's cool to just like basketball. Like it's cool. Like
I love that, man.
if you like basketball and it's fun and like you just want to play, like that's cool. Like I'm good with that. I've had kids that I train that like they tell me straight up, like, I don't really care if I play varsity. I just like basketball. I want to get better. I
Good
respect
for you,
that
man.
1,000%.
Yeah, no, I do too. I do too. Tom, you got any input here? I know we were kind of rambling there.
There's nothing left for me to cover, man.
That's good. I'm glad that we're on the same page because you
Yeah.
know I was afraid that my rant was going to be a little too.
I could
ranty.
go into it. I could go into it, but I'd just be saying the same thing you guys just did. So
That's real. That's real. I like the way you put it too, Jared. I like your examples because I felt like mine definitely was a lot of ranting without like substance, and you kind of
I
supplemented
reeled
it
you
well
back
there.
in. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
right.
I like that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. See, this is why you got, and then Tommy's just there to, yeah. So this is what this is why we got.
Jared's right though, bro. Like people don't really want it. You just say it because it looks cool. But like we talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
All right, should we take a group deep breath here before we get into the starting five? Like just really just get going, or how are we feeling?
I just want
Ready,
one
man.
more comment. I don't want to go too deep into it. I was I didn't know that much. I just knew the little bit. I watched Jake Paul Untold. I was thoroughly impressed with that. And like I didn't realize all that stuff that had happened. And I think yeah, I caught some heat for it, but I think the guy's like pretty smart to reinvent himself. And we just talked about like walk on mentality, man. It's just like dude was like at the bottom of the bottom. It was just like I'm just gonna keep grinding until I figure it out. So I had to give that a shout out because I did enjoy it. And people might hate him and think he's annoying, but like he is a marketing genius. So
Yeah, I think that's really well said.
Yep.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
short and concise. Yep.
Yeah, no. So while you were doing that, I decided to be a multitasker and I looked up the results from the back to school starting five, because last week's has yet to be posted. Do you guys know who won or no?
I don't know who won that. I'm pretty sure I won the coaches though.
We haven't even posted the coaches. This joke is like not like it never hits for me.
Wait,
But
then no wait,
It
isn't that the
actually
one?
never hits.
Wait, isn't that? Oh, we didn't post
it's
that
this
one.
week.
Which one
and
did I just post?
Today was
Okay.
Throwback Thursday, so then
All right.
Friday is when we post the starting five. Yeah, okay.
I
But
just vote for
anyways,
myself most of the time anyway. So
the Tommy Army was back. They made a
Oh
last
my
second comeback because Jared
God.
had it. Jared had it the whole week, and Tommy
Yeah.
Tommy won.
The whole week
now,
is 24 hours.
or the whole day. My bad. The whole day. Jared had. So I had like the early lead, but I was like, that's not gonna last. And then Jared kind of was like holding it for a while, and then boom, Tommy won by one vote. I won the walk on. Shout out to Dino.
Tommy went hit the bat phone.
No, I'm gonna give him his credit on this one because this one he posted it early. His people saw it early, and he still won at the end. So
Yeah,
people like
good
the
job,
TI
Tom.
84. People like the TI 84. But with that being
Damn
said,
right they do.
And
you
I
know,
can
you-
respect that. The one thing I can say, I got to give Tommy his props. Like he was a very well prepared student for that starting five. That
yeah.
was like a real like,
He
hey
stuck to
man,
his
I'm gonna
brand well.
crush. I'm gonna crush it in the classroom.
Yeah. Good for you, Tom. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Thanks,
Because
fellas.
me, I was like, those things were not in my mind, and
It was
I'm
funny
like,
too because
yeah,
did you see Tyus's comment? He was like, "Yeah, we know what Jared was at school for."
we do.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But with that being said, James, you are in charge for the
driver's seat
starting
here.
five.
Yeah.
Go,
You
man.
can go ahead and introduce it, and tell us the lineup how we want to.
Are we going serpentine or what? Or
That's up
Tom? I
to
guess
James.
that's
That's
Tom.
up to
Yeah.
Tommy, man. We've given the driver's seat to the
Let's
previous one.
serpentine. Let's serpentine. Yeah, let's do it. Today starting five. Get ready, people. Jared's about to get fired up, so I'm just gonna preface that.
Yeah.
We got starting five restaurants. All right,
Right.
chain restaurants, fast food restaurants. Apparently Jared thinks I was gonna come with a gas station. I don't know where he's getting that kind of stuff, but
That's like been on 4 of your lists has been gas stations. 4 eating lists,
right.
gas stations.
maybe I'm gonna put a Lovey's actually because
I have no idea what that is.
Lovey's
It's like-
has like McDonald's in the
It's like
gas
a gas
station, you know.
type, yeah.
Got it.
I
Okay.
didn't think about that, but I might
Usually a
get it.
larger one.
Got it.
I'll lead us off. I'll lead us off with my point guard. Luke will follow. We'll have Jared anchor at home.
Good.
Point guard. Give me. I'm not even gonna give us an explanation. Just like here's a guy, whatever that we always do. I'm just gonna give me Jack's Urban Eats at the one, man.
Wow.
Just
What a
give me
great
Jack's
niche
Urban Eats.
pick.
What a great pick.
Barbecue tri-tip. You want a tri-tip salad. You want some urban fries. Like you want it, they got it. That's my point guard, facilitating all across the board. Jack's Urban Eats.
That's a really good pick. I didn't even. That's a local favorite. The
local
Sacramento voters will love that one.
I definitely
favorite.
was gonna. He definitely came to my tryouts, but
Yeah.
he
That's
just
a great play.
didn't
He's
get
got a
cut.
lot to offer. He's got a lot to
Yeah.
offer. That's why he made my team.
Been doing it for years too. So my point guard.
Worried program.
My point guard is someone that I need a player that's able to play in a lot of different types of systems. This guy has everything to offer, literally. One of the most extensive menus you've ever been around. And I think we're gonna sign this guy to a long-term contract. And the one thing that I really like about this place is, you start your meal off at this place with the best bread in the business. Give me the Cheesecake Factory as my
Oh
point
my
guard.
gosh, this is crazy.
I'd be remiss if I didn't have the
Cheesecake
Cheesecake
Factory
Factory
at the
as my
one,
point
huh?
guard.
Yeah,
It
because
might
I
be
mean,
kind of like a Raymond Felton build point guard, like a little heftier guy.
Raymond-
But
Well,
yeah,
we
because
know
the
we know
dessert
whose
menu,
team's not winning.
the dessert menu is just high level.
bro, but you can't tell me I'm wrong. Is that not the most extensive menu?
Oh,
You
it's
could
like
get-
it takes you 10 minutes just if you want to go
Yeah.
page to page,
you can
like
have any type
front
of
to
food
back.
at
Yeah,
Cheesecake
like,
Factory.
All I'm gonna
anything.
say is if Cheesecake Factory is your Raymond Felton, you better bring some star power, brother.
I got star power. Just wait.
Hey,
Better bring
Raymond
some
Felton is
star
an NCAA champion.
He is, man. And shout out to Raymond Felton. But I just want some star power.
Jared, what you got, man?
Oh man, well I don't. There's so many like
Cane's chicken fingers.
no, they'll never be on any list other than a negative list.
Oh, we got to do a negative list one of these times.
Yeah,
I'd love an
no.
anti-list.
We should have had to start. If you wanted me to talk about Canes, we should have started this with the starting five, and that could have been the entire pod.
Ooh, that's funny.
I feel like for point guard, he needs some heart and some soul, and he needs mean something to my team. Like he has to raise everybody else up. And I'm gonna go with where my work ethic really started, and where my heart and soul for grinding really started. So give me Round Table Pizza at my point guard. For working there for however many years, if I add up the different times I worked there, I had Round Table Pizza every day that I worked, and I never got tired of it. And it's kind of a crazy thing because I worked a lot of hours.
I'm not
That's
mad
not
at
the
it.
pizza place that I thought was going to go off the
I'm
board
not
first.
mad at
I'll
it.
say
I'm
that.
not mad at it. I was
And
expecting
also,
something else for sure, but
I still haven't found to this day a restaurant with better garlic twist. Pizza restaurant. I mean,
yeah. I
yeah.
could get
They have the
behind that
best
as well.
garlic twist, across the board.
Yeah. Good play.
Yeah.
All right, shooting guard.
Oh, shooting guard. I need some heat. I need some spice. I need the hometown hero to take me to the chip. My favorite food, I can eat this every day. I can eat Mexican food every single day. And my favorite Mexican food is in good old Cowtown, Vacaville, California. Give me favelas, number one.
got it.
Favelas.
Best salsa, best burrito, best nachos, hole in the wall. It's exquisite.
I was nervous about the local spots because it just, if you're trying
nobody
to win the
knows yet.
vote,
Yeah.
but
No, I can't if we're talking restaurants, I will literally divert my entire trip to go to favelas.
it's got to be good then.
Yeah.
All right, my two, man. My two is a showstopper. My two is home to my favorite food. And as far as I know, I this is I feel like this is one of the bigger names in its industry, especially in the Sacramento and California region. It hits hard, man. It hits hard. Give me Makuni Sushi as my
Wow.
shooting guard. I love sushi.
Intriguing.
I think they step up and whip up some great rolls.
Oh,
So I got
High
Makuni's as my
level
shooting
cooked
guard.
rolls too. I don't eat raw sushi, so they
Yeah,
really hold it down for the little guys out here.
yeah. So,
I'm
I gotta
gonna
lock that one in early.
keep it a buck, man. I've never had Makuni.
Oh, if you like sushi, you're missing
Man.
I
out.
do
I'll
like
tell you that.
sushi. I do like sushi. I've just
That's
never.
actually really surprising, Tom. They're all over
Yeah.
the Sacramento now.
I
Yeah,
know.
they've
I don't
definitely
know.
grown.
I like sushi too. I don't know why I've never had it.
Yeah, it's a little high priced, but
It
Probably
it
why.
definitely
sushi in general is though.
it definitely delivers. But they don't give like the I don't know. I don't go there at happy hour, but like they don't give like the
Yeah,
50% off. Like some of those like Sushi
Yeah.
Cafe and like Bento Box, like you can really get some good deals on some good sushi.
no,
There's a good
you're
place
right.
and there's a place in Town Center that like 50% rolls the whole
Sky.
time. No,
Oh,
not Sky. I
Sky's
think
up there in Eldo, and it's
I don't
really
want
good
to.
as well.
Yeah, Sky's good. I don't want to. I don't want to promote the wrong name because there's a lot of sushi brands, but there's
Yeah,
there's a
I'm
good
sure.
place
Yeah,
that has
I'll take.
50% rolls all
You're
the
probably
time.
correct.
Yeah. That brings it to me. Yeah.
Mhm.
My two. Just this is a stud. This guy is just a stud. You know, it's got what I want. Personal favorite though about this shooting guard is the bread, not the breadsticks, the bread that comes out before the food with the cinnamon butter. Give me Texas Roadhouse.
Wow,
It's
that's.
a two.
I was gonna say, I don't know what bread rivals the Cheesecake Factory wheat bread, but that one definitely does. That
The
one definitely
Texas
does.
What do you
Roadhouse
get at
rolls.
Texas Roadhouse though? Do you get a steak?
Yeah, the steak's good.
Uh,
Salmon, I like salmon. Salmon's good there.
mm.
Um, they've got. I like Texas Roadhouse,
I don't
but
think it's a bad
the
play.
rolls though,
I think that they'll
rolls.
resonate with some voters as well.
Yeah, I could eat the rolls all day long. Um, here the three. This is my star player, guys. This is my favorite. This is my favorite type of food. I guess this is my favorite. I guess you would say style of food restaurant. Just fireworks, electricity. They're dunking on everyone. They're your Daryl Dawkins chocolate thunder, your human highlight reel.
Another Chocolate Thunder reference.
Give me any hibachi steakhouse, but specifically Fuji in Pocatello, Idaho.
We're going with a Pocatello local.
Going with
Whoa.
Pocatello.
That's a ballsy
A
play.
hibachi
Yeah, that is
steakhouse.
yeah.
If you want to just throw hibachi steakhouse on there, that's fine. But
I think
hibachi.
with your blessing, I'll probably put Fuji and
And
then in parentheses or any
you know,
hibachi steakhouse.
I don't want some listeners to get confused. I'm not talking about hibachi poppy. Okay, I'm just talking
Yeah,
about
no, that's
hibachi, the
I don't
type
know.
of food.
Hibachi Poppy might compete.
I'm sure it's a great place, but I'm just talking
It might
about.
compete.
I'm
It has
talking
some
about-
aesthetics
I'm talking about
It has
the
a lot to
Benny. I'm
offer.
talking about the Benihanas of the world, the Fujis, the Shoguns of the world. If you guys have been there, that's in Folsom. Yeah,
I think that's a good play. I think it's a good
my
play.
favorite. That no, like real stuff. Like if I want to eat good and like I'm
That's
feeling
that's the
like I
birthday
feel like I
dinner
have some
location.
money. Yeah, I feel like I have some money, or like I want to like drop some, like have a good time and eat some good food. I'm going to this hibachi place every time.
I respect it. It's respectable. You hold yourself to a high standard. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
they got the yum yum sauce there.
So I'm gonna follow up that high class meal with another high class meal of itself. I went to bat for this place this week actually. And my three man, my small forward is a stat sheet stuffer. And the thing about my three man, it's always there when I need it most. And I full transparency, went there today. Finished up working out with Jared. Had to get to a different gym to help the youth of Folsom better themselves on the basketball court. Myself, and I had a little bit of crunch time to get a meal. So I rolled into the Wendy's at Folsom, man, and got myself
Oh
a $5
my
biggie bag. Give me Wendy's at the small
God.
forward. I think Wendy's has been climbing in my fast food.
I thought you were gonna
tiers
say
recently.
Subway.
No, stop. Wendy's.
I
I
would have
think with
preferred Subway, dude.
when we're talking value and for what they're putting out, I think Wendy's is second to none.
So you're
Like,
saying
the
this is
five-
a really favorable contract for your franchise.
Oh my God, bro! $5 biggie bag at the three go
What
home
comes
at
in
the
a
three
biggie
guard.
bag? I don't know what that is.
So what I like to do, and let me tell, I knew this was my pick. I forgot to tell this story. So what a biggie bag is, right? It's essentially a 4 for $4, but they took all the nice stuff off the 4 for $4 and put it in the biggie bag. So I get the crispy chicken sandwich, you get the 4-piece spicy nuggets, you get fries, and you get a drink. Been going with usually like a specialty lemonade, the blueberry pomegranate. It's really good. But today, because Wendy's knew I had their back, they gave me 2 4-piece nuggets. They threw me 8 nuggets today. I didn't even order them. Come on, man. That's if you're not talking loyalty to your guys, like that's you can't beat it. You cannot beat it.
That's
No.
legitimately unbelievable.
Yeah. That's because each one of
I
those
should've
nuggets is
taken a
probably
picture.
worth 10 cents.
Might be worse than
Oh,
the
man.
Impossible Burger.
No,
No, nothing's worse than an
people
Impossible
like
Burger.
Wendy's. Wendy's will resonate with people.
Yeah, that's true. People do not like Impossible
And the
Burgers.
Frosty, we didn't even talk about the
We didn't
You
Frosty.
got a
Frosty. I'll get
Frosty
behind the
too before
Frosty.
you went to train?
No. I haven't had a
okay.
Frosty in a while, to be honest.
I was like,
But
yo,
I'm
this
saying
guy is
they have it
fat.
on the menu.
That's something I would do, Jared.
He looked at his bag. He's like, whoa, 8 nuggets must be my day. Let me whip back around and get me a Frosty too.
You gotta get a chocolate Frosty as well.
Real shit, that's something I would do. Before
He's
training
like,
too. I don't care.
Oh man.
Oh God.
All right, Jared,
All
man.
in.
It's gonna be hard to follow that one up.
No, this is easy to follow up. I went to a real restaurant that has real food. This is my Swiss Army knife, and it was a staple in the Waters household for birthdays. There's so many different directions I can go here, but I know I'm gonna get high quality food, high quality service. Give me Cattleman's at my small forward.
Nice. That's a hell of a
Cattleman's
pick.
at my small forward. Yeah, the
Oh.
tri-tip, like they have a glaze. It's not like a barbecue sauce, but it's like a tri-tip
Yeah.
glaze that it comes on the side. And you dip your tri-tip in it. But yeah, it
Big
was
supporter of that pick. Big
yeah,
supporter of that
Nice.
pick.
Cattleman's, man. It's a hell of a spot. Hell of a spot.
It's in Rancho, right?
There's a couple. There's the one in Dixon. That's the one we used to go to.
The one in
And then
Rancho is like iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one
Right
has
on
the
the
most
freeway, bro.
difficult,
Yeah.
most difficult parking lot to get
Yeah.
to.
Oh, you have to like exit and come
Yeah,
all the way
you have to
around.
go
Yeah.
Hazel, go over the freeway, go around what all that stuff
People-
But the
is.
glaze is worth
It's
it.
sneaky. It's sneaky because you see it on the freeway. You're like, oh, it's right there.
Next
No,
exit.
But it
You
takes
already
you-
missed the exit, actually.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, literally.
Because you can't get off on Aerojet. You got to get off on Hazel.
It's over.
But there is one in like Roseville area. But the one we go to is Dixon. There's like 4 or 5 of them.
Nice. Good play.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like I have to throw this place in there because sometimes when I lived in San Francisco, I would skip a meal the night before, knowing that I was going to go to this place the next day. And I'm not a big breakfast person, but this is the best breakfast I've ever had. Silver Dollar pancakes with homemade jam, a little bit of powdered sugar, some diced up fruit, and then get me a nice scramble. Give me Mama's in Washington Square in San Francisco.
I thought we
Mama's.
were getting Murray calendars.
I will slap you.
Marie.
The line,
Pie.
if you go on a weekend, the line is outside. You have to wait. It can be up to 2 hours if you get there too late. And you walk through, you order your food, and then they tell you a table to go to. And then the food comes out. And it's just a lot of great memories there. Mama's breakfast, Mama's, I think it's cafe, but it's just Mama's on Washington Square.
I bet it's fire.
It's in Little Italy. So if you're ever there, check it out.
Must have. All right, man.
It is a
Nice.
must.
Jared's throwing gems out here today.
Yeah.
I'm throwing heavy hitters. In mine.
Yeah, what? Burger
Yeah.
King.
Mine. Look, this is a restaurant that I have stood up
Dude's
for.
gonna give
time
us
and time
Taco
again.
Bell.
No,
Hey, I'm
this
not
is a-
mad at the
that's-
Taco Bell
that's
play.
Jared. This is a restaurant that I've.
I
stood
wish
up for
I get
time
all
and
my
time
food
again.
for $5.
I think that there's a. I think that there's an unnecessary debate for who runs this specific foods industry, and I think this place does it
Don't fire me
10
up,
times
Luke.
better than anybody else. I need Jersey Mike subs at my
Oh
four. I
my
need Jersey
God,
Mike
bro!
subs at
What
my
is
four.
wrong with you?
You know, not a
Oh
lot
my
of people
God,
are
I
doing it
love
like
Jersey
Jersey
Mike's.
Mike's, Jay. Not a
No
lot of people are
way.
doing it like Jersey Mike's.
Bro,
They can Tommy.
they
I think
can't,
Tommy gets it,
bro.
bro. Oh my God! In
They
a world
can't
of
even.
subs, that people are going
No,
to
they can't even
Subway.
hide. They can't even hold Ike's putter
Okay,
cover.
look, and I look. The Ike's argument is fair. All right, I've told you that.
Okay.
But Ike's is a Bay Area staple. All right,
They have one in
People-
downtown Sacramento.
No, but I'm saying, was it not started in Bay Area?
Yeah, but they're everywhere now.
Okay, but I wouldn't say everywhere.
They're in L.A.
Jersey Mike's is doing it across the country at a high level.
A bad sub, man.
That's a horrible take, Jared. Not many people will agree that Jersey Mike's is serving up a bad sub.
Okay, next time we go to eat, we'll go there.
Oh boy, will we go to
All
Jersey Mike's?
Jersey Mike's.
It's a bad play.
It's a good
I'm so
sub.
happy it didn't get taken before.
It's a good sub.
Oh, nobody would have took that.
That's
Yeah.
cap.
Mike might not even have took that.
Yeah, now we're just.
I wouldn't have
getting
taken it.
neutral.
I wouldn't have taken it. But here's why. Okay, it's a good sub. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
It's a good sub,
Jeez.
but it's not a better sub than my stretch for San Francisco sourdough. It's not better. It's not better. It never will be better. But you know, it tries.
You guys are all playing for second place right now. I don't understand why we're.
Give me San Francisco
Why are we?
sourdough.
Why are we celebrating mediocrity?
Whoa, okay, Jared,
Oh my
that's
God.
awful.
Have you
That's
had an Ike's?
awful.
Have you been Ike's?
I've had
Bro,
Ike's,
we get
but
your
calling
Ike
San
stand, and I'm
Francisco
not taking the
sourdough,
Ike's down.
calling San Francisco sourdough mediocre is like,
San Francisco sourdough's good, bro.
yeah,
It's
no,
not Jersey
I'm
Mike's.
talking strictly to Jared right now. He just called
Yeah.
it mediocrity. That's
It is
horrible.
compared to Ike's. It's
It's
mediocre.
horrible.
You've probably have you.
So are you saying the San Francisco? Are you saying the San Francisco sourdough in San Francisco is mediocre?
Remember
I'm
when I
saying
picked
that
sourdough for
that
my Bay Area
sandwich,
starting five?
that sandwich is mediocre compared to an Ike's sandwich, and they are both from the Bay Area.
They are.
Fair, sure,
That's just
I
my
agree.
opinion.
that's fine. Yeah, you know,
It's
Ike's
your-
better be on your list.
You might as well. I mean, the
never
subs
know.
might be battling down low
I
right
don't
now.
That's
know
what I'm
about
saying.
you, but
I'm not
like
gonna
when
lie. I had a different foreman. I switched it because I want to battle it out with the subs. I
Yeah,
said I want that matchup.
We'll look.
That's
We'll
good
we'll
coaching
we'll
play.
put a definition of restaurant for you guys.
Is
Is
that
Jersey
not a
Mike's
restaurant?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
yeah. I mean, we can.
Yeah,
If
that
you want
was-
to throw the flag, Jared, throw the flag. I got audible.
No. Because I would have thrown a flag on Luke's if I was gonna be that petty.
Okay.
Wait, Jersey Mike's isn't a restaurant?
I would say it's a restaurant. Yeah. It's
What
definitely got
would you
places-
consider it,
Definitely got
Jared?
spots like tables to eat at.
I don't. I will. I'm not gonna say that's a restaurant.
If we're letting Wendy's play though.
That's why I said I would have thrown a flag already.
Okay.
That's a
okay.
fast food restaurant. It's in the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
We're
said
getting
anything
off topic.
plays. Yeah, we are getting off
Yeah.
topic. Gosh, we do this a lot, dude. This just makes my job harder when I go back to get these clips.
If you're telling me.
I don't even do the hard work. Shout out to Luke, guys. You know, Luke does so much for us. Anyway.
You don't
Um,
have to say anything.
my five's the best burger in the game. Give me In-N-Out.
That feels like a people's pick.
No, that's not a people's pick. I legitimately will never turn down In-N-Out if you offer it. Ever.
All right, man.
Yeah.
I don't
Give me
know.
In-N-Out. Every day of the week.
How the
Every
kids
day of
have
the week.
ran astray.
Sorry, I'll bring you back down to earth with my
That's
five.
terrible, dude. Jared's making me
Um,
mad.
He's an old head. So basically,
Hey,
Hey,
old
Jared,
head.
Jared likes In-N-Out. Hold on.
Yeah, but Five Guys shits on In-N-Out.
I don't disagree. I don't even eat
Shits
burgers, but
on In-N-Out.
bro,
and
we
I
don't-
say
Yeah,
that.
maybe
we're
for
gonna get
$40
bro.
more.
Oh my god,
Anyway.
Jared's trying to make our podcast unviewable. To so much swearing this episode. I'll bring you back down to earth here for you though, Jared. Not that I'm mad at the In-N-Out play. I do agree that there are better burgers out there. But this is another niche restaurant. I believe that, 3 of my restaurants are very food specific, but I feel like I picked the most dominant in their field. The Jersey Mike's, the McCoonies. You know what I'm saying? And I got another one. I think in a world where, the wing industry is up in despair. Wingstop hits every single time, and they keep bringing good new flavors as well. And so I got Wingstop at the 5. I think it's a player that a lot of people again take for granted because it's a really easy spot to forget about. But when you get a good Wingstop order, man, sign me
That's a
up.
good
Now,
play. I'm not
now
mad.
That's a 10
I'm
to
not
10.
mad
are
at
you a
that.
fan of the Wingstop chicken sandwich?
I think they did what they had to do to be competitive in the chicken sandwich race. Again, I'm taking the Popeye spicy chicken sandwich 10 times out of 10.
Chicken sandwich race.
But they just wanted to be relevant. They wanted to show their versatility. I
I like
understand
that,
it.
Luke.
But their wings, man. Like I think when in a world of wings, like I'm not going to Domino's and getting wings. I'm not going to
That's
I'm
weird.
not going to
Yeah,
Buffalo
that's
Wild
weird.
Wings. I'm getting Wingstop, man.
Problem with Buffalo Wild Wings has the best variation of flavors, but the problem is their wings are
wings are
just
not good.
weak. Like
Yeah.
they're just like small. Like you
Wingstop
don't
is
get
so much
any
better.
like
The
they
best
literally
thing
give you
about
the
Buffalo Wild
crumbs of
Wings
the bag.
is the experience. You
It's the
go and you can
vibes,
watch
yeah.
any game that you
You go to
can,
Buffalo
like,
Wild Wings for the vibes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wingstop
Then-
though.
I like what you said though in terms of the chicken race, the arms chicken race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think. Yeah, I probably think that Popeyes probably still wins that.
Dude, they had a
The
special
chicken
run.
sandwich is
They had a
Yeah.
special
insane at
run.
Popeyes.
Yeah. I mean, Chick-fil-A. I like the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. It's very like on target. But like, yeah, if I'm gonna get a chicken sandwich, I feel like Popeyes just like it just hits different.
Before we get into a huge tangent of chicken sandwiches, this is my last my last line on it. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich to me is the one that I can eat over and over again,
That's
and
the
it's
OG.
gonna hit every time. But if
Yeah.
I want one that I'm like I'm okay if it
Showstopper.
dents me from
Yeah.
how good it is, I'm going to Popeyes. Like you know what I mean?
I'm agreeing with that, man.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with that.
All right,
Yeah.
Jared, my bad.
No, you're good. I already was kind of lined up here. My problem will be walk on because I have so many options.
So
But
who's out?
Resident
Yeah.
historian.
Got Mel's Diner.
Oh
Here's
God,
gonna
I can
pick
tell you a funny
Dickie's
story
barbecue.
I can tell you a funny story about Mel's Diner, but I'm not going to right now.
Of course you can.
At my center,
Dickie's barbecue.
if I'm, I just won a title, came off a title. I'm feeling like my bonus hit, like I'm rolling in the money. Like I'm gonna go all out. It was a rough season, but I made it through, made it to mountaintop. This guy is going to satisfy all my desires. Give me Ruth Chris Steakhouse
Nice.
at the
You went with
center.
Steakhouse.
Nice.
Yeah, Ruth Chris.
All right, man.
Yeah, it's it's the same everywhere you go. It's the one thing about having a franchise, right? It's like it's a great spot, and usually it's actually not too expensive. I would say, like to get a good steak and get good sides and like get that white tablecloth experience, it's very reasonable. And their takeout's not bad. Like if you don't feel like sitting in the restaurant or you're by yourself, then like the takeout is well prepared.
Nice. It's good insight.
Yeah. Oh man. So I think I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do something different.
Not gonna do it.
Again, my favorite food is Mexican food. I could eat Mexican food every day of the week and be completely satisfied. This place is this restaurant, he's had some turmoil. He ran into maybe some job rent type, issues. He might have ran into some other legal troubles, maybe some strife within the organization. But he made it out on top. They don't do reservations, so that's sad. So sometimes you got to wait. But man, give me Tres Hermanos, downtown Sacramento Stable. It's my favorite Mexican food restaurant in Sacramento. It's no favelas, but it's if I'm in Sac and they have probably the best salsa in Sac. I mean, so
Sidebar,
nice.
where does I don't know if I'm saying it right. Is it Zocalo's?
Zocalo's. So Zocalo's, I really like Zocalo's.
Jared's
I think it's pretty good.
Oh, I like Zocalo's a lot. The difference is that Zocalo's, they have a lot of yes men in the background.
Okay.
And there's a lot of noise, and that's not really what my team's about, especially my
Right.
walk on. Like, I want someone that's gritty, someone that's been through the fire. I don't need all the fancy margaritas.
I like that.
I just give me some solid, house margarita, salt around the rim. Give me some good chicken fajitas and some spicy salsa, and we'll
Good.
keep rocking.
That was a good answer.
But I do like Zoglo's. I will say again, during COVID, we went to Zoglo's like at least twice a week because they just had the easiest, best like takeout experience. So shout out Zoglo's on that.
This episode has been dragged on a long time, so I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet. I feel like mine's a walk on because it's often forgotten because it's one of those things that you don't really think that you want it until it hits you in the face, and that's at a mall when you're walking and you want some Auntie Anne's pretzels right there. So give me Auntie Anne's. That's my walk on pick. Again, bro, people forget about it. You don't even think about it. You probably didn't even think about it when it came to the restaurants. But then when you're at a mall, do you not want your little pretzels with the side of dip
No,
and some lemonade?
I
That's a
do.
good pick.
I sure do.
We lead different lives.
I sure do, Lucas.
Look, I don't know the last time I actually had it, to be honest, but boy, does it smell good every time you walk.
It looks good too, man.
The
good.
line's always
Oh, my
crazy
goodness.
long too.
Yeah. My walk on, the only reason it's not in the starting lineup is because I've only ever ate at this place one time. And I think I can confidently say this was the best food I ever had.
Wow. Bold statement.
Yeah. No.
James Ball
Jared,
guaranteed.
Jared, I hope you've been here because it's in Roseville. I think it's in Roseville. I went there 2 years ago. Went there 2 years ago.
I know where he's gonna say.
And it's a walk on because I just can't eat there often simply because I don't have the money for it. So, thank you to former podcast guest Tyler Schwetzer's family for taking me here along the ride with them. Give me Q1227.
No idea what that is.
Jared, go to Q1227.
27.
You won't regret it.
You said you got deep pockets, Jared. Go to
Q1227. It's got anything you need, brother.
It's like a steakhouse. It's American food.
Steakhouse. It's got fried chicken. It's got anything you need. Go. Just please, just go, try it, and come back to me and talk to me.
Whose menu is more vast, them or Cheesecake Factory?
I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
I'm gonna hit up Q1227 and
you should hit
a
up
clip of you
Q1227
of whatever that little marketing pitch that you just did, and maybe we can get a sponsorship from them.
You should hit up Q1227. It's actually like it's cool. It was a cool restaurant too because like I guess a lot of the NBA guys will go there because this guy used to be he was like a big time chef, and so he cooks all the food, and they've got like all the NBA like pictures of the guys there at the restaurant with the chef. It's like one of those places. It's cool. Really good place. Really nice.
All right, Jared, man. Get to it, man. This has been like I said, we're
well, it's funny because I was gonna keep this week short and sweet. I don't get much rest, right? But if I go to a restaurant, I want to eat good. But if I want to do well in the links, I need my 50 chips a night because that's gonna get me feeling full and right.
Peace.
Bam. Episode 55. We'll catch you next week. Favorite walk-ons. We're walking out.